I tell you, this Jake had run that cut from the song "How Bad." It's like boom, boom, ding, and then it goes doom, 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 doom. All right, and I was like, "Dang, that flows kind of nicely right into the show." I was like, "Dang, I like that." And I'm not a big lover of my own music. I'm a hater, but still, that was good.
So is everybody else.
Yeah, that's okay. That's why I did it. I was like, I might as well jump on the bandwagon.
I don't mean to shit on you, pal.
Well, speaking of marking out to your own music, what up, you marks, and welcome to Pod Jobbers, baby.
What is the origin of that? Why is that going so long? The pod. What made you start that?
I don't know.
Pal.
I just did it like one day, and I don't know. I just like kept going, and sometimes I like to go long, sometimes I go short. Just switch it up.
It's okay.
A little
Just curious. I'm like, I feel like everybody knows what that is except for me.
I think the marks like it.
There you go.
Yeah, mark out to it, man.
I'm with it. I'm not.
Well, maybe you can host next week, and you can come up with your own little hook intro.
I'm always late.
Yeah.
This got off the rails like right at the beginning.
That's good. That's good. Let's switch it up a little bit.
Can only go up.
On a crazy train. Well, I'm T-Bone Steak Jake. That's my name this week. And I am joined by my fantastic cast of Podjobber misfits, CL Kid, and beautiful Brett. What up, gang?
Yo.
Hey guys.
So 20 boyos. We made it. 20 eps.
Yo.
I like it.
Pretty cool.
Let's do it. Burn it down, bro. Favorite match stipulation. It can be a type of match as well, like cage, Hell in a Cell, ladder match. So either a stipulation or a type of match. Beautiful, Brett. Let's start with you. What's your favorite match stipulation?
So my favorite stipulation match is TLC. When it's done right, I think TLC is really hard to beat. The thing is it's not done right all that often anymore. So that kind of sucks. But my favorite current one is probably Hell in a Cell or War Games. War Games is badass on NXT. I'll go with War Games, and also historically too, I guess, because the old War Games matches are really awesome too. But the one in NXT, especially the last couple years, the one last year was amazing. So yeah, I'll go with War Games.
Awesome. Yeah, War Games is sick, dude. Do you like the old War Games with like WCW?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's one I think in on Starrcade '86, I think, and that's not right, but it was like right around Starrcade '86, and it was like the Rock and Roll Express and like all these baby faces, and then the Midnight Express and all these heels. It's a fantastic match. If anyone remembers exactly what pay-per-view it is, because I'm not sure that it's Starrcade, but if you want to post that, let us know, and you should watch it.
WCW had some mint pay-per-views back in the day.
Oh yeah,
they had some big-time duds too, but I always give them credit for trying. I mean,
like
some of these
Bash at the Beach.
Bash at the Beach. I knew you were going to bring that up, but they definitely went there with a lot of things. But I still give them a lot of credit because it was anti what WWE was doing or WWF. Like WWF played a little more safe when it came to creativity back then, but they both worked in their own way. So both great.
They had that triple cage stacked on top of each other. I don't know if that was like a specific pay-per-view or they just did that.
I didn't like that one.
Dude, yeah, what was that? I like that.
That was right at the. You would, man. That's right at the death.
Dude, it was like a cool thing. Like I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, because like I said, like for me, I'm not a WCW person naturally. I still watched every week, but it was like, it was kind of cool because it was so different in its own way. Like I was like, damn, this is tight. Like I could enjoy it without having to critique it. Because even as a young age, I was very critical of like making sure like, as I started to learn how WWF worked and, their like psyche and how they handled matches. Yeah. I started critiquing really early. Like, oh, that was kind of stupid. Why would they have this person win by roll up? And just critiquing everything. Whereas WCW, I just enjoyed. I didn't like, I didn't think of it. So
I think Russo was in that match, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he in that match with like hockey pads?
I think you're right. Didn't they base it off that movie? wrestling movie with Diamond Dallas Page as the villain.
Terrible.
Oh, David Arquette.
Rutted Rumble, was it called? Yeah, David Arquette.
The first time he won the championship.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Zook side eye.
Hey, I'll jump in here, and I'll go with my favorite kind of match. And this is gonna be boring for people, but when I think of the best matches, I try to think of, like, who would I want in my perfect match. And for me, honestly, the best match is just straight up singles match. No interference.
Oh my God.
No, I knew it.
What
but no
the
interference. Hold on, you crybaby.
You gotta like one.
Look, dude, no, that's my favorite match. Like, for example, you have like a
That's not
WrestleMania
the
match.
question.
Do you like vanilla
Yeah.
ice cream too?
No, I do not. I don't like
Dude,
ice cream.
I like
no.
vanilla ice cream.
I love the singles match. Like when you, for example, you said like Rock versus Cena that first time, take it whatever way you like or not. But it's just one match. It's going to be whatever kind of match it could be. Like if they would have been like, it's going to be a ladder match or it's going to be a cage match. Like I didn't want that. When it comes down to legacy and one big moment, I just want a straight up singles match. Like those Undertaker matches when he still had the streak going. It was cute. They did the Buried Alive thing. They did this or that. Like, no rules, no holds barred, all that. And the cage match, actually, I really liked with Triple H and Shawn Michaels in there. But a straight-up singles match with the near falls and a big epic build is by far my favorite match. Like, if you tell me I'm going to get my favorite matchup of all time, it better be a straight-up singles match. No interference. And it better not end in submission either because I hate that shit. So, for sure, singles match is by far my favorite match type. But if you jerk,
I mean,
oh, hold on a second. No, duh.
Everybody likes just a good singles match more than anything. That's not the question, pal.
It is the question. That's my
No,
stipulation.
Who? Let me ask you something, you Vanilla Mark. Who would go in and write the question? What's your favorite stipulation? Only to give us a non-stipulation answer.
Well, you got a problem. Take it up with the writer right now.
You're
the writer.
You're sandbagging us.
That was Charles Martinez wrote that. This was CL Kid on the thing. So
all right,
fine,
Phil
fine, you
talking
jerks.
to Paul Levesque.
Fine,
the Hulk
Phil
Hogan
Brooks,
defense.
that's one. That's
Ding.
one. All right, so fine. If you guys want to be that way, I will pick one.
I do want to be that way.
Okay, then I will pick one. You jerks. I will go with.
My brother-in-law just said he liked steel gauge matches.
Steel gauge matches, so it's just like a bunch of people with big earrings.
It's like big, like Jeff Hardy gauge earrings,
Yeah.
and you got to like jump through the earrings. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, the little tech decks. No,
Love you, Pat.
I'll definitely go with. Fine, I will actually go TLC as well, but it's got to be the TLC tag team matches. Like those are always amazing.
Now there's a good answer. That's a solid answer, dude.
No, single match is still my favorite. No, you know what?
You could have done that 10 minutes ago, dude.
We could have.
No, I'm going with singles match. I hate both of you.
We could have skipped this question big time.
Oh, gosh.
For me, it's not even close.
Submission match.
The good old no DQ match.
Arena AEW match.
Falls count anywhere, but will barely go outside the ring.
Best 2 out of 3. It doesn't go to 3.
How many finishes in 60 seconds?
Beat the clock match.
And Raw Underground.
Late night.
MMA
Underground.
style with strippers.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
The Thunderdome.
Shane
Night only.
O'Mac. Shane O'Mac. All right.
It's a ladders match.
Okay. Let's get us back on course here. I'm going Hell in a Cell match. And that's just they're the ones from like 98 to 2004. Those are just some of the best freaking matches of all time. But hell, nothing gets me more excited than anticipating someone jumping off the top of that cage or going through the cage. That's definitely my favorite type of match.
But I don't pick those kind of matches though, is because it's not what's your favorite match stipulation, given the fact that everything amazing you want to happen happens in that match. It's just what's your favorite match stipulation, and now you have to hope those things happen. Because there's been a lot of Hell in a Cell matches where I'm like, what? Like, who was it? Rollins, and then where they fell off the halfway up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with CL on this.
I'm like a great Hell in the Cell match. Like of course you take the Undertaker Mankind match. If they're gonna do it like that, of course I'm gonna pick it. But if I could pick a TLC match and it's gonna be done like Edge and Christian, Jeff Hardy, or the Hardys and the Dudleys, of course I'm going
Word.
to pick it. But I come in with expectations on those matches. So I tend to not pick them as my favorite because nowadays, especially, you have to do that amazing thing. And even sometimes you do that and it's still not enough for me because I've already gotten so used to it. Or
Yeah,
it's like,
'cause-
it's become a benchmark. Like you had to do it. Like you better do more than that.
Everything amazing that is going to happen in a Hell in a Cell match has happened in the
Yes.
first 2 Hell in a Cell matches.
Yep.
Okay, but you don't when a Hell in a Cell match is about to take place, you're not excited for
Oh
it.
no, I like Hell in a
Like,
Cell
I'm
matches.
excited, but it's just if I can only pick one match, I feel like a near fall is going to happen no matter what. But the anticipation buildup of a good late match with back and forth kickouts and amazing reversals and like there's nothing better than that. So I would rather that be the peak of the match. Like I'm just going to get this straight up like one person's going to win, none of this like 3-match thing, like a WrestleMania one-on-one match straight up where the pin is the peak. Because now I have
peaky pins.
I have very reasonable expectations that are gonna be met. Whereas with other stuff, it's like, damn, they didn't do they didn't do a Jeff Hardy type thing, or they didn't do, they didn't put someone through a fiery table. Like table matches were my favorite matches as a kid. But then once I understood the psychology, it was like, a straight up single match is so much better.
All right. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I don't, disagree with you at all. It's just, the whole point of a stipulation match is usually the blow off of something big. You know, it's where you've had matches before and something happens and I mean, the Undertaker Shawn Michaels match, the first Hell in a Cell match, right? Like that, the whole point of that match was to keep Triple H and China out of there because they'd interfered in everything, and this had to have an ending. That's why you have a stipulation match.
Yeah, I guess at this point, we know that won't work anymore. You know what I mean? Like
That's fair.
It's just it sucks to be this way about it, but it's just like one of those things where it's like, I'm almost like expectations too high now. Like like I said this one time in our earlier episodes where, you get guys like, what the hell are you laughing at over there?
Brett Richards said he posted Judy Bagwell on a forklift.
You would.
I always got to get Bagwell references. Let's get rid of my CM Punk counter. Let's just go with this Bagwell counter. No, like it's just like I always talk about how wrestlers nowadays could do backflips, triple front flips, all this stuff, and we're just like,
it's true.
We're not engaged with it anymore. Whereas back then, a Jeff Hardy diving from inside the ring to outside the ring, simple over the rope front flip, was like, oh my gosh, like I'm reaching for my house phone to call somebody, but it's just the expectations are so high, and
how home runs and slam dunks are nowadays. Like, remember when like slam dunks like just started happening, and you had like the best slam dunk competitions in like the 90s, and you're just like seeing people do just like a long dunk or a spin, just an easy spin dunk, and you're like,
that's what I'm saying. It's almost like that same concept. And actually, I think
if you're not doing some Vince Carter dunk nowadays, no one cares.
Right.
In fact, that's not even enough because there's people who repeat those dunks and it doesn't do it. It's because he did it crisp in one attempt each time and made it look fresh. But
so good.
Yeah, I even brought that up with the same point back then was, the slam dunk contest. It's tough because the creativity's kind of gone. So if you don't do something to wow me because my expectations are high, it kind of sucks. So I just go with stipulation matches as, I love them. I'm excited for them, but I do a bad job of riling in my, roping in my expectations. So I just like a single match. Wait, what did you even pick, Brett?
War Games.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. So fair.
Yep.
Not bad.
Cool. All right. Well, good stuff, gents.
Good stuff. You just made fun of me.
Good
Well,
shit,
you came around and you said
I never not
TLC,
said those things.
So
No.
I'm glad you came to your senses.
I came around again and said singles match.
Well,
Okay.
every show has the guy that's wrong, so
That's true.
that's
Sorry,
that's,
Brett.
That's your gimmick.
Sorry.
So it's the incorrect gimmick. So this next one, Seal Kid, I'm going to ask you to channel your inner Charles Martinez, and I need some clarification. So we're going to talk about best Marvel movie ever, staying in a superhero theme this week. And we're not allowed to pick any Avenger movies, which I'm guessing means when the whole cast is together.
Correct, by title.
Okay.
Avengers 1, 2, 3.
Avenger. Okay. Now,
Does Civil War count?
Okay, no, you can pick Civil War if you want to pick Civil War, because it's still like a Captain America movie or an Iron Man type movie, whatever you want to do. But I just don't. I want to eliminate like no picking, like, because people are gonna pick the last Avengers because it wrapped up everything and blah.
wouldn't
blah,
be
blah.
my
Like,
favorite.
well, sure, you know what I mean. But I want it to stay specifically to one character. Obviously, Civil War is a little different, but that's fair. That's fine.
Specificity. Pivotable.
Specifically,
Spec-
I just say, you can go back and I said it
Specificity.
correctly. You can go back and look at it. I definitely said it right. I don't know if Andy Orton or whatever you called him last week.
It was Andy Orton. Andy from Toy Story Orton. Does X-Men count, or is it only like the recent like?
If you want to pick an X-Men movie, I'm fine with that. I don't know. I mean, that first X-Men was great, but it's just like X-Men is so timeline-wise, I don't even know how to pick them anymore.
I don't think
Logan was amazing, but
none
Logan
of those are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
All right, so according to that, I'm not going to get picky with you. If you want to pick anything Marvel-based, it doesn't have to follow the trend to set up with the new Avengers movie or any of that. Anything Marvel-based, you can pick it. I'm fine. I don't care if you pick The Punisher from way back in the day. Like, you could pick any movie you want. Just don't pick an Avenger title. Jake,
Kevin
I'm gonna
Nash was
start
in
with
that
you.
one.
Oh, you're making me go first?
Yeah, I'm going to let you go first.
You're
I mean, if
talking mushrooms. Brett, if you got an answer, go
Oh,
first.
yeah.
dude.
No,
I got it.
coward.
I got it.
Look at this guy. You're going to bail him out, Brett?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got my
I'm-
back, bro. Unlike you vanilla.
I definitely don't. I turn heel at any moment.
Turn heel on your own question.
Fine. Go ahead,
But
Brett.
Yeah, so mine's the first Ant-Man movie.
Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Man, that's surprising.
that
Why?
was because I went into it just thinking it was going to be kind of stupid, and I ended up I enjoy it the most out of all the Marvel movies because it's funny and the action's really good and everything, and I like Paul Rudd a whole lot, and
I feel like you've said that before, too. Like,
I like Paul Rudd.
yeah,
Paul Rudd's funny. He's got that kind of like deadpan, goofy sense of humor that I like. So
He's that uncle that you want.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
So,
Lame.
and I thought he was great in that. I like the Ant-Man gimmick. I like that a lot too. The shrinking and the expanding and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So and I like the second one a lot too because I like the whole time travel concept and everything like that. But the first one's so good, and Luis is the best Marvel character that's not a superhero. His pal with that talks, and they do the like cutaway scenes where the people like lip sync what he's saying, so it sounds like he's still telling the story. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I can picture it kind of, but I can't picture who you're talking about. Is it
It's
the Spanish actor? That's he's in
Michael Pena.
Yeah, Pena. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Michael Pena is hilarious.
I don't
Like,
know. I think my favorite non-Marvel character in any of those things will probably be what's this guy's name that's like producing in every freaking thing there ever is ever. He's in a bunch of Vince Vaughn
Favreau?
movies. Yes, I like him and like
Yeah,
the whole
he's
sidekick to Iron Man type thing. Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're foreshadowing my pick.
Okay, well, you know what? When it comes to Ant-Man, it's more like Can't-Man. I'm going to go with Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
Ah.
Jess is excited.
Love that movie.
Best villain,
Man,
that's for
dude.
sure.
Oh, trust me. There's a guy at
That's
my
a good
gym.
argument.
There's a guy at my gym that's always there, and I always call him Willem Dafoe. And every time he just pops up out of nowhere.
Spider-Man. He's great.
Yeah,
Dude,
he is.
God.
I love Franco in that. The cast was good. For that movie, that movie's a lot like the whole like Will Smith thing, the whole like Nickelback thing, where it's like in the moment and for those years, like everyone loved them, and then all of a sudden it just became trendy to hate on them. And I don't know when that happened. Like everyone hates Nickelback.
It's
everyone
trendy to hate on Spider-Man?
Oh,
The
that
original
first the Tobey Maguire ones, everyone's like, "Oh, Tobey Maguire sucks at Spider-Man." Like, I'm like, are you serious?
Tobey Maguire was okay. The movies just sucked.
What?
Whoa,
This is what I'm talking about.
the second one was almost better than the first.
Yeah,
the third one,
let
I
me-
understand, but
That's fair. The first
That's
and
the
second
thing.
ones are pretty good, but
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember when the first and second ones came out, everyone was so on it. They loved it. And then, like, years later, when they made the newer Spider-Mans and even newer Spider-Man, it was like, Tobey Maguire's the worst Spider-Man. That Spider-Man sucked. And I was like, damn,
I
all
don't
y'all
get
were
that.
Everyone
He's
loved
great.
it back then.
He's
dude.
good.
He was good.
Dude,
he
I
got
watched it
he
the other
got
day.
hated on because of his emo walk in the third one.
Okay,
But
I'm fine with that. But
I mean that
I didn't even hate the third one though.
to me, like there are movies that represent experiences when
Yeah.
you go to the movies that are separate than like normal movie going experiences. And to me, like probably for a lot of people today would be one of the Avenger movies would be like a movie going experience. Like you're anticipating,
Fair.
you go, everyone sees it. It's, oh my God, the news channels show up. It's crazy. That was Spider-Man. I remember as a
Yeah.
kid when I went to go see it, like everyone was going to see it and they loved it. It spawned that video game that was so popular. And like,
Yeah.
to me, that was like one of the superhero movies that really put the superhero movies on an exponential money-making map. Like
changed the game.
it
dude.
changed the game.
I
Exactly.
remember sitting in theater. I still remember standing in theaters as like walking away and it ends with him like on the pole with the flag and stuff. And like looking back, like I'm not even into superhero stuff, but damn it, the next superhero movie that comes out, I will be there. Like this is gonna set off a chain of amazingness. Like I mean, Iron Man 1 was also amazing too, but like and Logan, like I said in that first X-Men, but that Spider-Man 1 movie, it was like changed it for me. So, Jake, are you going with an Iron Man? I feel like that was
so. I'm gonna stick to like I will say probably the first X-Men was my favorite, like technically Marvel movie, but Iron Man I think was the best made and my favorite in the MCU universe. I was just
Iron Man
stunned.
1 though.
Iron Man 1.
Okay,
I think I didn't see the second one. I saw the third one. Although I didn't see.
Second one's like the electric guy.
Yeah.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke's the bad guy with the things.
Yeah.
Um,
The third one's really good though.
I did like, and I liked Ben
I don't
Kingsley
think I've
in
I don't think
that.
I've seen the
Yeah.
third one.
Ben Kingsley and Guy Pearce. I wish I saw Winter Soldier, Captain America,
dude.
because I've
That's
heard
a good
that
one.
movie is like.
yeah, I
yeah,
saw it
incredible.
recently. Yeah, I saw it recently actually, and I was like, "Oh, damn, that's really good." For the first time." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, that's I messed up," because I kind of went back and watched all the movies. I wasn't like on board from the beginning. Like I saw the Spider-Man, and then I started watching Hulk and things like that. And then as it became like every month a new movie was coming out, I kind of faded out of the picture. But I came back, and now I think I've pretty much seen pretty much all of them. I think.
We're getting some Punisher love on the comments. Dude, the original Punisher with
that
Thomas
was
Jane.
Dude, that Punisher
Kevin
movie.
Nash.
Dude, that Punisher movie
Kevin
was sick.
Nash. Yeah.
He was too sweet in that movie.
Too sweet wrestling.
Yeah. That was a good way for sure. Good
Dude.
answers, guys. Everybody.
Yeah, good
answers.
answers.
That was good violence. That
who's-
was a good one.
Who's, I guess, on that topic? Do you guys like Thomas Jane or John Berthal? Who do you like as the Punisher?
I like that original one.
You
I
do?
think it was great. It just had it had like a like kind of like that whole Batman thing where it was like a movie that
Yeah.
was technically about superheroes, but not really. Like it was. I like it a lot.
Right.
I thought Thomas Jane was way more menacing than Shane. What's his name? John.
Oh, Shane
No.
from Walking Dead, John Berthal. Yeah.
Because I thought the fact that Thomas Jane was like kind of a good looking dude, but he was just. I thought that was way more menacing than a guy that looks like that doing it. You know,
Well,
he was
also,
more gnarly.
It was more gnarly. He's more menacing, and I think. Well, John Berthal, I think, is a different version. I really like the
Different version.
Daredevil, the new Daredevil, and he's a spinoff from that Daredevil series on Netflix. But the Thomas Jane version, like, you just watch the beginning with his family, and you're like glued into like wanting him to get revenge. Like it's a good revenge movie. Like you want the revenge to happen. And they got Kevin Nash in it. So good stuff, boyos. So we got our
Definitely.
favorite best Marvel movies out there. Pusher
Barry time.
Yeah. Go for it, brother.
All right, why not? Pusher Barry. Good way to start here. So, obviously, if you haven't been in the wrestling bubble, I don't know how the hell you missed this otherwise. Roman Reigns is now a Paul Heyman guy. Beautiful Brett, pushing or burying that?
Oh, I'm pushing the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I think Roman Reigns as a heel is fantastic. Paul Heyman's one of the best promos still in the business. I'm 100% for it because Roman Reigns' promo skills are fine, but Paul Heyman is Paul Heyman, so I'm gonna push it real good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna no. I'm gonna roll with that as well. Definite push. I mean, I love Paul Heyman. I've been wanting Asuka to be a Paul Heyman guy, but
That'd be cool.
This is even better because I never even imagined that this could be the case. So that reveal was definitely like, I was like, holy shit, like I'm back. Like I was already watching, obviously, but it definitely woke me up and made me feel like, okay, WWE is starting to like get serious again. So this is definitely a good positive push all the way. Jake Stick, where are you going?
I hate to like have us,
Let's do it.
Sweep it, but it's hard not to agree with you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push it too, but I think it was a really good swerve from WWE and going back to the like how much can be unexpected nowadays. Like we have another topic on here that's been leaked, and I just like there's like things that just get leaked in rumors, and people just understand the creative minds of things, and they're cyclical in how they write WWE nowadays, and so that was unexpected. And I think what was really even cooler about it is we found out Reigns was coming back, pretty late. We didn't know he was coming back in that regard, and we didn't know he's coming back as a Paul Heyman guy. Yeah. And I think it's interesting when you look at the collective group that are Paul Heyman guys, and for him to be one, because Reigns, he's not good on the mic. We know that, but it's not like he can't get on the mic. So it's always interesting when they pair Paul Heyman with guys that can get on the mic, like
CM Punk.
Ding. CM Punk, one of the best mic talkers ever, had Paul Heyman. It still worked out great. And so I can't wait to see how Paul Heyman introduces him. Number one, and number two, I think the promos tomorrow SmackDown, so we'll see it probably for the first time, right? I can't wait to see like what they do. I'm really excited about it.
Is it crazy to be excited about something like that? Like that's.
Is it crazy to be excited about Roman Reigns? Let's start
not just
there.
Reigns. Yeah, well, God, I'm just talking about anything in WWE. Like, no offense to them, it's just like you said, it is very hard to hide things. And it's very hard not to, when you get advanced watchers like us, like that are really keen to what they do. It's impossible to like satisfy like that next level of surprise element. So this was great. I'll take that for the year. I'll take that. I don't know what else they could really hit me with, but that was good. So, speaking of Paul Heyman guys, Brock Lesnar's contract up at WWE. Not to say that he won't re-sign. Who knows what the situation is with that. But there's rumors. Oh, now there's rumors MMA. Brock Lesnar maybe versus John Jones. That's kind of a cool concept. Steroids versus all kinds of issues. Yeah. Now.
Colon versus cocaine.
Side note.
Lack of colon.
Brock Lesnar to AEW rumors. Now this is very, very, very minimal. It's not like progressing in any big way or anything, but there is some buzz that AEW may make a chase at him. Are you for that or are you against it? Push or bearing on that? Let's start with Jake this time.
Bury that shit, bro. There's no way Brock Lesnar winds up in AEW. He has.
Hey, not to cut you off, but okay. Do you want him there though?
No,
not just you think he'll go there. I don't think he'll go there.
No,
but
I don't want him there.
No, you don't want him there either.
I want him in the UFC. Selfishly, I don't think he will go to the UFC. But he has a formula figured out. That formula works. It is tease UFC, get signed by WWE, and Vince McMahon has made it clear that he will throw money at Brock Lesnar if Brock Lesnar wants to be in the WWE. So why would he give that up? He's made probably enough money to last his grandkids generations and generations at this point. And I think he probably really wants to be fighting a couple more MMA fights. But he physically has a lot of issues that not many people know about, I think. And so I think he has, if he goes to the UFC, he has 6 months for the USADA test pool from his 2-year sentence that he had earlier, and I think he served like 1.5 years of it or something like that. So I think he'll have 6 months or so, which could line up for February fight. But I think Jones Stipe is the fight that's going to be made. I don't think it's going to be Brock Lesnar, frankly. And if he does go back to the UFC, I don't think he can compete with today's talent. I think he was awesome in the UFC, but it's because he was facing guys like Frank Mir and Shane Carwin and Randy Couture, who was, a third of his size. But I think the heavyweights have far surpassed him at this point. I think a prime Brock Lesnar could hang with heavyweights nowadays because he had more speed, not more speed than them, but
more speed than he has now with that power, and he's explosive.
Yeah,
now he's very slow. He doesn't have the speed.
Well, he also can't stand and trade with these guys. Like he couldn't fight in Ngannou on the ground on the like in stand up. He can't fight John Jones in stand up because even if he goes down to the floor with John Jones, he won't be able to wrestle him. And I don't
know. I think he could wrestle with John Jones.
Maybe
John Jones' wrestling mat game is kind of simplistic, and Brock Lesnar.
It is, but
WWE,
his jiu-jitsu is what will save him.
Sure. No, I'm talking about in terms of just being down on the ground, and even on Ngannou, like I'm not saying he can wrestle him down on the ground or anything, because just getting him to that position is near impossible. But I could still see him hanging. Obviously, I'd still rather see Jones versus Stipe because that's just going to be great. But
we'll see. But I don't buy AEW at all. I don't think that's in the equation. I think it's a fun rumor to have. I think someone said Impact Wrestling. I don't think they can afford even a half of what he makes. So that's not going to happen either. It'll be WWE or UFC until he's done. So
yeah, burying it. Where are you going with, Brett? Oh, Brett's still laughing. I'm gonna go.
Man. Oh.
You ready, Brett, or you want me to take over here?
I had to laugh at the idea of Brock Lesnar and Impact. That's so funny.
No, I know. Like, seriously, one of us could turn down an Impact contract this week. Like, the Impact is just, they don't have the money for Brock Lesnar. There's no way.
Oh, man. I'm also going to bury it. I think if you put Brock Lesnar in any situation where he can dominate believable people, I think he'd be good. I think money's ultimately going to be the biggest issue. But, it's who's he going to wrestle when he goes to AEW? Chris Jericho? I mean, I like Chris Jericho just fine, but Brock Lesnar needs to wrestle monsters or people who can, do a little bit of something with him. And AEW doesn't have monsters. They have Brody Lee, and Brody Lee is a mid-carder. Brody Lee is not believable with Brock Lesnar. So just wrestling-wise, business-wise, stuff like that, AEW just doesn't have anybody that can hang with him. Brian Cage, maybe, but again, I mean, he's not a main event guy. So I'm going to bury it. And also, I should have told you guys, I don't know shit about MMA, so
oh, my bad.
Lost me there. It's cool.
You're just like, cool. I disagree. Yeah.
I like listening to it. It sounds intriguing.
No, it's cool. I'm gonna bury as well, not to go with the triple agreement again, but
triple threat match, bro.
Yes, but I think not for the exact same reason. I actually like Brock Lesnar against smaller talent rather than those beasts that you're saying. But at the end of the day, I like it because I know WWE can shell out somebody that can believably can match his strength or can match that size. So, like you said, I think there'd be a lot of great little matches building up with him in AEW in terms of, maybe Orange Cassidy or Jericho or Cody Rhodes or even Moxley, or anybody to build up to that point. But then after a while, like there is no believable person to go over on him. So it's kind of pointless to build that in that way. So
it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen. This was just a matter of would you like to see it?
Ray Silva and Brett Richardson are saying Bellator wants in. That is interesting to me because I think Brock Lesnar actually has a better shot in Bellator to win the title than he does in UFC. You have like Ryan Bader and the guy who just beat him over there. That heavyweight division is weak, so that's not a bad idea either.
Not dominant in Bellator, but he could definitely be the heavyweight, like the guy in the heavyweight division there. And plus, that'd be great for them in terms of just building up a little more legitimacy. Not that they don't already have that, but with UFC, I think that would help a lot. But I mean, I'd still rather just see him in WWE. Like I think that's his home. That's where he should be. But we'll see what happens with that. So
TNA, bro. TNA Impact.
No, it's TNA Impact. If we can get The Rock, Austin, Kurt Angle, and all in their primes on TNA right now, hell,
dude, they should just recruit the NWO again. Just do that.
Yeah,
we need to stop talking about Brock Lesnar and Impact because I'll never stop laughing if we.
Let's Brodus Clay on Impact. He's gonna be a dominant dinosaur dancing planet monster. I saw him. It's crazy. I saw Brodus Clay on NBC or MSNBC talking like banking and financial stuff one time.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I was like, holy shit, what the hell is this guy doing?
ABL.
Let's get him on here and let me talk to him about Robinhood.
He was like, he's like, if you put some money over there, then you put some money over here.
Oh wow! No. All right, what are we pushing or bearing next?
Fine. Chiefs repeating as Super Bowl champs. Are you pushing or burying that time? Almost NFL season, guys. First off, shout out your team name before you answer so we know exactly where you stand. But, yeah, do you believe the Chiefs are the repeat Super Bowl champions? Patty Mahomes, pretty much the same roster. Maybe one defensive loss. That's pretty much it. So what do you go with? Jake, let's start with you again.
Patriots are my team, but I would be okay with Tom Brady winning in Tampa as well.
Okay, this isn't liking. What do you think?
You just said just shout your team name.
No. You don't get to have two teams. There's no. Are you Patriots or are you Brady? 'Cause they're
Patriots.
against each.
That's some Peyton Manning shit right there.
They're against each other now.
I am a Patriots
You're going to
fan.
get a half jersey, aren't you? You're going to get a half Patriots,
This
half
guy's gonna
Bucks.
get the
If you get
damn
it, we're
half
not
jersey.
friends.
Oh, for real? Yeah,
We're
you're
not
off.
friends if you get that.
You're off.
Patriots are my only team.
Okay.
They're my only team.
Respect.
But I don't want any debate on Tom Brady being the GOAT. I don't want any debate there. So if he has
Fair.
to win one in Tampa, then let him win one. And
I don't
fine.
think there should. Okay, in this group, you're not going to get any. He's the best. Like, I'm done with that.
For
Like,
sure.
Okay,
Come on,
good.
like-
All right, let's move on. I am going to push the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl again. I can totally see that happening. They didn't lose much. I think Patrick Mahomes is absolutely phenomenal. And he could change the game in the span of 5 minutes. They could be down by 28 points. It doesn't matter. He could throw the ball 80 yards and score touchdowns. And it's wild to watch him play. Although I'm not going to rule out the 49. I actually like the 49ers to win it and the Chiefs not to actually be in the Super Bowl at all. I like that. I like that other outcome too. But I'll push the Chiefs.
You like the Chiefs winning, but you also like them not making the Super Bowl
I do.
at all.
I like both scenarios, but I will. But in the favor of this question, whether I'm pushing or bearing it, I will push the Chiefs repeating as Super Bowl champs.
All right, Brett, what do you feel?
We're supposed to shout out our team.
Yeah, don't give me 7 teams neither, like this guy.
I don't have a team. I don't really like
Team and a player.
I don't watch NFL.
Oh
so
no!
I haven't watched NFL in a couple seasons, and it's not. It's not for any stupid reason or anything like that. I just don't like the games. I think the games are boring.
Are you a college football fan?
Oh yeah.
All right, go give me your college football. Give me your college football team.
The Ohio State University Buckeyes.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. So that's not bad. Would you prefer an NFL team if you had to pick one, like Cleveland Browns or?
When I was an NFL fan, I like the Lions, Detroit Lions.
Okay. All right, man. So I feel your pain, dude. Bengals fan. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for me, Bengals. That's definitely my team. We are not winning it this year. I won't be stupid. But I'm gonna bury the Chiefs as the repeat champs, mainly because I'm never gonna pick one team over the field, and Patrick Mahomes, for as great as he is, like you said, Jake, he does all those things you say. He doesn't really show up great in the Super Bowl. He didn't really look great in one of those conference championship games. And I feel like, next year, another year of studying, almost like the Lamar Jackson thing. Obviously, it's a lot different with guys that can't sit in the pocket as long. But if he doesn't step up in those huge moments and those huge games, he even underthrew the Tyreek Hill throw that even led them to getting downfield in the first place for that comeback in the Niners game. I don't feel like he's going to keep escaping with that. I'm not saying the guy won't come out and win 3-4 Super Bowls.
He didn't have a sophomore slump. It's been 2 years. They would have figured him out by now. They have not figured him out because he's too talented, and he could suck for 3 quarters. It doesn't matter. That's what he's proved. But the thing is, for 3 quarters,
he has not proven that he can suck for 3 quarters. The team has proven that they can do other things to keep them alive for 3 quarters.
This is why we need a producer. Hold on.
Special teams. Hold on. No, their special teams were great. They carried them for the whole first half of that Super Bowl. And if you look back even at the games with Tennessee and the what was the other Houston Texans game, the exact same situation. Special teams carried them. So it's one of those things where he sucked for such a big portion of time, but he got enough production out of other players. They have a great defense. They have a great special teams unit. So and Butker is one of the better kickers in the league. So it's just he's got the right team to do it. And I'm not saying he can't repeat because he is the best quarterback in the league. But it's just one of those things where if he continues that trend of not showing up for 4 quarters, I think somebody's going to expose him and take advantage of it next time. Whereas these teams this time did not because of special teams.
He had 300 total yards, air and ground, and 3 total touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
Okay, 300 yards is that's like 8 years ago. That was a big deal. 300 yards is a regular season.
It's the Super Bowl.
Game. It doesn't matter. Freaking Brady had 500 yards or something like that in the comeback versus the
Yeah,
Falcons.
that doesn't happen commonly.
Oh no, but why does it happen? Because they were down big and they had to throw a lot in order
Still
to establish
completed the
that.
passes.
No, but but yards after catch. How many yards after catch? They had a lot of Tyreek Hill short runs, a lot of end arounds on the run game. They had a lot of Travis Kelce in the seam on short 10-yard catches that he took.
You got to hoof the ball out there, pal.
I know, I understand that, but what I'm explaining is when it comes to I do
Super Bowl
trust
MVP,
me.
bro.
He shouldn't have been, but he shouldn't have been.
He should not have been?
No, he should not have been the MVP of that game. There was 3 other guys with better stats than him that carried that. And nonetheless, again, he did not show up for that Super Bowl. 300 yards is trash stats. That is, Blake Bortles, the year before
trash stats.
Okay, yes.
300 yards.
Yes.
Trash stats.
Yes. Okay, not trash because overall 300 yards isn't an impressive thing. It's not anymore. It's a passing game. It's like you telling me, oh, Curry hits more threes than this person. Well, Curry shoots 1,000 threes in a game without any disregard. Whereas
he makes them go in, though.
Okay, but
anybody can go out
they
there
still
and
have to
chuck
go
it
in the
for
net.
But the game.
Chucka?
Okay, he's still a great shooter. But my
Chucka.
fact is the game has changed. Stats aren't aligned the way they used to be. A guy like Breeze throwing for 400 yards a game now is not the same thing as him himself doing it in his first or second year, because back then passing was at a premium. You're not going to just throw the ball all the damn time. Bortles led the league in the second to last year, but the year before he got kicked off the team, he led the league in fourth quarter passing yards for like 13 weeks of the season. All of those games -2 were losses. All of them. And he led in yards. Why? Because his team was down. And he had to throw. So a guy getting 300 yards in a game where he won MVP, in a game where he sucked it up for half, means that most of that came in the second half when all you were doing was throwing because you had to throw. You couldn't run the clock anymore. So
there was no one. There was no one on the Chiefs. Hold on. There's no one on the Chiefs for the first half that deserved MVP.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
So
that's not my point. My point is the second half. Okay.
It's a game. It doesn't matter if it's quarter 1, 2, 3,
Williams
or 4.
played great.
If
the only stat that matters is the end, bud.
No, I know, and I said from the very beginning, Mahomes is the best quarterback.
Well, that's the difference between Mahomes and
you
Bortles.
Did a good job proving
Mahomes won those games. Bortles didn't. That's the difference.
But now here's the difference.
But I get your point.
Here's the thing. Bortles played just as damn good. Bortles played better in that Patriots game than Mahomes played in that Super Bowl, and Bortles lost. Why? Because the Patriots took care of business. Texans didn't take care of business up 28-0. They fumbled on kick returns. They fumbled on a punt. They missed the easy extra short field goal kick that was like 30 yards. Titans didn't shut down the game.
A lot had to happen to blow those games. I agree.
Correct.
That's a good point.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's the best quarterback easily in the league right now. He's 1, 2, and 3 for me. But my point is, if he doesn't step up for 4 quarters again in every single playoff game like he didn't this year, they're not going to escape with those same kind of matchups. I think other teams will expose him and finish him off. Not to say that he's not still on the best team. Not to say he's still not the best quarterback.
Is Sammy Watkins and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce? Jesus Christ, what a receiving
they're
core.
stacked. They're stacked. Yeah, they're definitely
ridiculous.
Stacked. So it's just one of the he's got the best weapons in the league. So obviously he's great for that reason too. But he'll be good no matter what. But I can't. I'm not saying they won't win, but I'm not going to pick them to win based on just how much riskiness he is during playoff games.
Okay. So. All right. What's next?
Nice heated thing. Now, this one should be nice and quick because we've already done it. Are you guys all in on this Randy Orton McIntyre third match around at Clash of Champions? Is that the matchup you wanted? Is that me, myself? You want me to go first?
Yes, you, yourself, and Irene.
Okay, I will go first. I don't like that movie.
I like that movie.
I never saw it. I just didn't look like something I would like.
Funny as hell.
Okay. Well, either way.
Jim Carrey, great.
Fair. All right. So Randy Orton McIntyre, is that the match that I wanted? I'll say no. It's not the match I wanted. I don't like trilogy matches unless they're like over a big extended period of time. But so it kind of feels rushed and pointless. I think Randy's already taken a loss with this Keith Lee thing now. I don't want to see Randy lose again. Now, if they're planning to put Randy over, which would be kind of weird given the fact that he has lost now to Keith Lee, it kind of doesn't make too much sense. Fine. But either way, I'm kind of done with that matchup between the two, and I would have preferred it being someone else. Now, the only problem is I don't know who else. So I guess I'm fine with it, even though it's not what I wanted. So take what you want from that, I guess. Brett, what are you feeling?
Baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby,
Oh,
baby,
no, he loves his Trillia match.
I am gonna push it because I, unlike you, do like trilogy matches,
Aw.
and I think Drew's gonna go over in this one as well. I think the whole point in this is to make Randy Orton make Drew McIntyre look legitimate and good, and he's doing a fantastic job at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and push that. I think it could be the best match. It could be the best match of the three. So I'm gonna push it real good.
I guess I can't hate on that. I just don't want him to go over.
I will push it as well, and I think they will have Randy Orton win against McIntyre, and he will take the belt.
Fine.
I think
Fine.
that's
So-
it for McIntyre's run, and they're going to make it that he was injured, and he took the match, and he was still
Good.
injured, and then
Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
yeah, I don't think there will actually be a rubber match with this one.
Well, they already
The
had
trilo-
3. Yeah, it's got to be. That's kind of got to be it, right?
Oh, they have?
Yeah, this will be the 3rd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did they have their second match?
I'm blanking, but I believe this is the 3rd, isn't it?
No, their first.
I think you're right. This
I
is
think
the
this
second.
is the 3rd. Oh, is it?
Yeah, but if they wanted to have a trilogy, I think that'd be a good idea.
Oh, you know what I think it is? I think it said he came back on Monday Night Raw, and they set up he was going to have a second match, and then they did the fake injury
did his
thing.
skull into a fake injury twice.
Yeah, they did the fake injury, yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
but
fair.
I do agree with Brett. Good shit. I'll take a third match. I'll take that, but I don't think
Damn,
they're
even
going to do
beyond
it.
this? Yeah, I think this
I
should
don't
be
think
it.
they'll do it, but I would take it just because if they have good chemistry, like just do it,
And they
whatever. Yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't care.
They've been good matches.
I'd rather see a great match for the 15th time than watch a new match that's horrible. So
I give you that. I think it's just I have this vibe that a lot of what WWE is doing right now is rematches. Like I feel like I see the same tag teams fighting. I feel like I see the same mid cards fighting. I see it's always the same matchup. So when it's also at the top of the pyramid, like I'm kind of like damn, something fresh. But
you ever
it
heard
is
of the
good.
concept of a feud?
Tried and true, pal.
Yeah, but typically you get a feud with like 30% of the matches that are going on that month. Not every single match. Like we've had the same Corbin matches. We've had the same tag team matches. We've had the same Rollins matches. We've had the same Kevin Owens crap. Everything's been the same. So I would like to see something change. Like I'm fine with those things if everything else changes, but it's not. So nonetheless, still a good matchup. I'll give you that. So Brett, you have already broken my heart with your NFL hate. Not hate. That's the wrong word. But you're an MLB fan, are you not? Right,
Big
Cubs?
time.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so next, Pusher Barry. MLB should keep the 16-team playoff beyond 2020. Let's start with you, Brett.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
All right, so babe, you know the concept.
I do understand the concept, yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, lots of things sound sweet in concept, but
Sure.
in practice don't work out. I do like the idea of it, but I got to see it first. I mean, all the new rules they did and stuff like that, I had to see all of those. So I'm gonna neither push nor bury it. I'm gonna wait and see it.
Now, I'm one of those people that will keep pushing you. So, what about? Do you like the concept of the one game, like the one game what we've already had, that first round wild card game? Do you like the one
yeah.
gamer? You like
Yeah, I thought
that?
it was
So that'll now be gone, obviously, and we're have best
I know.
of 3, and everyone has to play. All right, just saying if that was something you were hanging on to. All right,
Yeah, I
Jake,
mean-
what are you feeling on that? My bad.
No, go ahead.
Burying that shit. Nah, get that out of here. Baseball's been fine with their playoffs and their postseason. So just you want to do it for this year because it's been a shortened season and you're doing all new stuff. That's fine, but I don't want to see you make any more money just to do something. And frankly, I'll be honest, I don't like the NBA and the NHL does this because their bottom tier of teams suck. The NHL is the only sport where the bottom seeds can do well, but NBA they never do. So I would rather not do this, and I don't think it's fair. I don't really ever think it's fair for a team to bust their ass for the whole season and win, and then because a team gets hot right at the end and they join as an 8 seed, take it the whole way and win the whole damn thing. And in baseball, with it's such a long season, that would really really suck. I think the one game playoff is super exciting. I love that. I don't think it's fair.
the one game
but
playoff kind of goes. Yeah,
But I love
kind
it.
of goes
It's
against
very
your.
exciting.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say the one game playoff goes against what you're saying, but damn,
Yeah.
it is exciting. I agree because I'm like, man, you got a 7-game lead on that second wild card and you lose one game and you're out, but it is fun. And it hasn't hurt my team yet, so I guess for me it's like
No,
whatever.
my second favorite Cubs playoff win was that playoff game they won against Pittsburgh in 2015.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
number 2. Number 1's obvious, but that's number 2.
Yeah. No,
What about that Rockies 1-game playoff when they went in? Was it 07 when they went to World Series?
Yeah, and then they got swept.
By the Sox, baby.
Lame. Anyway, yeah.
I thought you were talking about another one. Sorry about that finger, pal.
Hey, you did it this week. I got you to give me the middle finger. Now you can do your Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It's on screen instead of the McGill Guru arms.
There you go.
There you go. He's doing the New Day horn. The New Day trumpet. All right, fair. I'll actually bury it as well. I like the old format. I agree with you on the NBA concept where it comes, the 1 through 8, 8 seed, 7 seed is almost kind of pointless. It's cute and it's fun in the beginning, but then after 3 games, you know who's going to win. It's over. So it's kind of like, eh. I like what baseball has going for it. I do like the shorter season. I think baseball should be down to 100 games. I don't think we need 162 games. I think it'd be a lot more entertaining, be funner. You get everything you need. Each game would be more representative of, worth watching. It's not going to be like, that's okay. We play tomorrow. We'll beat the Marlins 3 times in a row anyway. I think it'd be a lot better that way. But yeah, bury this playoff format. So with that being said, I don't know if you can hear that. Who cares? I tapped on my leg. Little drum roll for beautiful Pretz as he leads us.
Easy there, fella. The Rock.
Go ahead.
All right, guys. So, just real quick, I want to tell everybody about the other podcasts that we have going on under the Life Group umbrella. Monday nights at 7 Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time, we have Dong City talking baseball with Vince, Henry, and Rob. On Tuesdays, also at 7 Eastern Time, 6 in Communist China, we have the Audible, which is football with Maddie and Randy. Every other Wednesday at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, we have Johnny and Matt in the lab, which is amazing. If you cook or if you're into cooking and foodie stuff and shit like that, watch that one. And then every Wednesday at 8, 7 Central, we have Leon and Jacob with the basketball podcast Step Back. The Thursday night, you have You Know What You Got. And then there's always a bonus Audible on Monday or midday on Fridays. Roving hosts, lots of people going on that one. And Sean and Felipe are doing a fantasy show, and they will let you know when that's going to be. So make sure you give them some love, give them some views, give them some listens, do what you got to do, and get your ass entertained.
Very good, sir. Definitely like it. There you go. Ooh. So, all right, with that being said, heel or face time. Let's go with T-Bone Steak Jake, since he got that big smile going, ready to go. I don't know if that's him starting with the face or if he's going to switch to a heel roll. What's got you going there, Jake? Any topic. Doesn't have to be wrestling related.
I'm going to go face this week. And I will go face on the fact that the UFC, to bring MMA up again, is getting super interesting. A lot of stuff going down. A lot of big fights have been happening. They were, in addition to WWE, they were the only other sport that was active during the quarantine. And I don't think they really got a lot of credit for that, but that was very ballsy. And they still provided, entertainment and the ability to watch a sport during that time. And big shout out to Dana White, because he faced a lot of flack for that and spent a lot of money for the business to still provide that and give athletes, some money in their piggy banks. And so I thought that was really cool. And they haven't missed a beat. Like, there's a lot going on. There's UFC title changes going on. We got this Jones-Stipe fight that might actually be happening, which is super exciting. We got the rematch of Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal again for the Banff belt that's being talked about. You also have the match we never got to see, which is Tyron Woodley versus Kobe Covington. That'll be a good one. Finally. So yeah, I'm just going super face on the UFC. I think they're great. And what they've done in the last 20 years has been, unfrickin' believable and incredible. And they've allowed for organizations like Bellator and Strikeforce and these other organizations to have a good run in business. And, just like the WWE, I think the UFC has really done a lot for the sport of MMA, and it's very exciting. I love watching fights. Shout out to Boxing MMA Life. Join us over there. But yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. Definitely good all the way. Beautiful Brett, how you feeling?
So I up until about 2 seconds ago, I had no idea what I was going to say.
Sure.
But for some reason, it just popped in my head. I'm going to babyface the last book I read. It's called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. It's kind of a prequel to the Hunger Games trilogy. If you like to read, you should definitely check it out. I liked it a lot. The end was I didn't dig the end a whole lot, but everything leading up to the end was pretty good. So I'm going to babyface that book, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins.
Very nice. I didn't see that one coming. I like that. I definitely am trying to get into reading again.
I'll read, motherfucker.
I love to read. I don't put the time into it. It sucks. But
I have to read right now for work. I'm studying
read when
to
I'm
pass
done with this.
a brokerage license, and
nice.
it's brutal.
Oh, well, that's not fun reading. This is,
No.
You don't want to do that.
No, that really sucks.
Yeah.
As usual. Well, I don't even know. I don't know what I did last time. I'm going to go heel. And I'm so gladly going to go heel because I'm dying to say it. Giannis Antetokounmpo is what I'm going to heel on. The most overrated superstar in the past 10 years in the NBA. This guy, every year, I always say, Giannis, once they get into the playoffs, second, third round, he's going to have to play half-court basketball. He's not going to be just striding into transition where he can just coast by the first dribble. Great player, but limited skill set. And all year long, you get all these analysts, Giannis is great, Giannis is the best. But as soon as the playoffs come around, they all start talking about what's wrong with Giannis. Why can't he score against a guy like Jimmy Butler? Why can't he score against a Kawhi Leonard? Because he can't score because he doesn't have the ability to score in the first place. He's not a shooter. I don't care what his percentages are from wide open give-me shots. He's not someone who can expand the floor. He has to dive in transition. He has to hit that one spin move he does every single time, and he's folding. Miami Heat Jake over there, who actually wanted to see Miami go to the finals. I'm glad to see this because Jimmy Butler's establishing his superstardom on the back of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is supposed to be the defensive player of the year and essentially the MVP from last year and maybe even this year. And he's not showing that. He's not stepping up defensively in terms of one-on-one matchups, and he's not even scoring that much on top of that. So glad to see him failing, even though he is a great guy. He's a good personality. He's not annoying. He's not one of these crybabies. But I'm just tired of hearing about him because he's overrated. So shout out to my Celtics. Only down 4 right now, but up 2-0 against the Raptors. That's that for me.
I mean, is he though? Like, he still put up 30 points and like 15 rebounds.
Here's the thing again. 30 points, 15 rebounds. It's not about stats. You see, if it's just about the stats, Damian Lillard would still be in the playoffs. But what did Damian Lillard do? As I said, before he got injured. As I said, I just said this the other week. Damian Lillard's great, but Damian Lillard's one of those guys that's a glorified scorer. He doesn't finish games unless it's that, he hit that nice little walk-off shot against the Thunder.
Bro.
But no, it's supporting cast. He's got one of the best rosters in the league.
You think so?
I do think so. I think that same team, if you take, fine. You take Giannis. Giannis not a good fit there because they're not shooters. But nonetheless, he has a supporting cast. McCollum's one of the best 2 guards in the league. They're considered like the best backcourt in the league. You got a guy like Melo who doesn't score a ton anymore, but he still gives you points. Nurkic is an underrated big. He's not a Jokic, but he's very damn good. It's just that team is good enough to be considered good enough now. It's not like, he doesn't have supporting cast. Now, I'll give him a couple years ago, 3-4 years ago, this team was, filing for exemptions for rosters because they had so many injuries. But they're more than good enough now. And he didn't show up. And when he's not hitting threes or he's getting double teamed at the top, he's one of those guys that shuts down and gets passive and doesn't step up. And Giannis is doing the same damn thing. He's wake his ass up.
You made fun of me. You made fun of me last week for saying the Heat over the Bucks there. Just want to call that out.
Oh, no. I didn't make fun of you for saying Heat over Bucks. I said I was surprised you picked Heat to win the whole thing. But I said on top of that, if you go back, I said that I wouldn't be shocked to see the Heat do well against the Bucks because Giannis can't score in half-court sets against good defenders. And Jimmy Butler's going to have to keep up his scoring in order to win the series and finish him off. But
yeah, last game was really close.
I know, but I'm still loving it. They escaped with the BS. He escaped with the BS call, but I'll still take it.
Take it.
So with that being said, it is time for, should have been hosted by Jake, but Know Your Role. And host from your house, CL Kid, is going to host tonight because everybody loves him hosting, apparently.
Celtics just tied it up.
Well, it's already commercial over here. But okay, but good. Nonetheless, we got a little WWE trivia as usual. First to 3. Beautiful Brett, you got your mic on? Are you ready to go?
Yep.
You don't. There you go. Beautiful Brett.
You have your mic on.
It was muted.
My shit was in mute.
Nonetheless, I will start by saying that Beautiful Brett tried to say that he's going to job all the time. We're going to call him out and say, no, buddy.
Exposing the business.
Yeah, I'm going to step up.
This
And you're going to
fucking
win.
guy.
Yeah, hell
Tony
yeah.
Schiavone over here.
We're not gonna have no accidental losses or what. I want you to be all in on this thing.
All right.
Let's
Careful
do
what you
this.
wish for, pal.
Hey, you're not beating me. You're beating State Jake. Come on. Now.
Tonight I am.
All right, but tonight you better be State Jake, because 50 states, 50 different WWE superstars. I'm gonna name a state or a superstar. And you're gonna have to tell me what state they were built from.
Oh gosh.
That's right.
Built from?
Yes. So now here we go. Don't worry, I'll give you some clues if you guys start sucking it up. All right. Now, let's give it with a nice easy one. You know what? I'm gonna do my usual thing, even if it annoys you guys. Rock,
Great.
paper, scissors for first pick.
No, I'm not doing that. Just beautiful Brett has it. It's too hard to
Who won last
coordinate.
time? It's
Jake
not too hard to
won.
coordinate. You guys just
Jake
suck.
won. Jake
All right,
won
give me
last-
the first one. I won last time.
All right, Jake, you jerk. All right, here we go. Brooklyn Brawler. No, I'm just kidding. that's an obvious, right? All right.
Massachusetts.
Give me I'll start you off nice and easy. Let's go with Ric Flair.
I don't know
State.
where he's from.
Well, I'm not gonna give you any clues with Ric Flair here, so I'm gonna just let you go. Remember, if you get it wrong, we're switching over to Brett for the steal.
And I know it.
And he knows it.
Oh, there you go.
I knew he would do it, so I gave it to you. You know, maybe.
Ohio? Just gonna guess Ohio
Oh,
on
my
every single
gosh,
one.
terrible. Come on.
California.
Brett, teach the man.
So it's where he's built from?
Yes.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Ah, very good. North Carolina.
Everybody knows that.
Come on now. Charlotte, Charlotte? Anyway.
That's
Okay. With that being said, 1-0.
where I want to
Brett.
live eventually.
Okay, well, you're folding there. We're gonna have to go ahead. I'm gonna have to keep you. You know what? I'm gonna go harder one for Brett since it's on a steal. Chuck Palumbo, Brett, was built from what Northeast state?
Rhode Island.
Damn!
Whoa.
Push. He said, "Oh, you thought I was tanking?
Fallen.
Tanks for nothing. He doesn't tank in this house."
Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Yeah. Seriously. All right, Jake. We're gonna have to. I don't know what the hell about you now. That was rough. All
I didn't get Ric Flair. I'm not gonna get the rest of these.
All right, I'll give you a I think is an easy one. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just think this is so easy.
It probably is for you two.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like I have to watch the Animaniacs to get this.
Fine. I'll give you a very easy one.
No, just ask it, and we'll see what I do.
No, wait. You don't want the one I was gonna ask. All right, fine. Give me Daniel Bryan. What state is he built from? Are you kidding me? You're not like walk down the ramp and pretend when you hear these people's music and you do, from Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, not that he's from there, but you know what I mean. You don't like say it. Like, man, I can't
I feel
believe
like he's from.
This is mentioned like 8 billion times.
It is. Man, I feel like I'm just zoning out right now.
Right, you don't have to tell me the answer, but you know the answer, right?
I absolutely know the answer.
Great. I'm gonna go 3-0 real quick.
We're going to 3. We're gonna have to go to 5 just to bail you out. Oh my.
California.
It's like the worst possible answer. You need to watch some Total Divas or something. That's like
Tennessee.
Oh man, it's from Washington, Aberdeen, Washington.
Oh, that's right.
That's where Nirvana's
That's right.
Gosh, oh, is it? Look at that.
Yeah.
It is
Man,
Washington. That's right.
Goodness, I can't believe that. You know what, Jake? I'm gonna stay on you. You're gonna get one hard one. If you get this right, I will keep you alive. But if you get it wrong, you're out. All right, and this is gonna be. You're gonna get a tough one too. I'm not gonna give you anything easy. So if you couldn't get those, good luck with this. All right, we will go with. Oh damn.
I got Chuck Palumbo in Rhode Island. How do you expect me to beat him at this?
Oh, you're never gonna beat him. Yeah, you're not gonna...
Cornette was
Fine.
talking about Chuck Palumbo like 2 weeks ago.
Damn, that was a good one.
And you mentioned
I would have never gotten that Chuck Palumbo one. I'll give you that. That was a clutch. All right, Jake, this is it. You get this wrong, you're eliminated, and it's gonna be a hard one.
Great.
I'm sorry, Tori Wilson. And not only is it hard because she's been gone for so long, but damn it, is this an irrelevant state? So,
I feel like it's like a Montana or something like that.
I'll give
Wyoming.
you this. Wyoming is incorrect.
Is she from Iowa?
Oh, it's close. It's Idaho.
Oh,
She's a hoe for
Yeah,
show.
there you go. Oh man,
Tori
But,
Wilson
yeah.
is how we got puppies, pal.
dude. Yeah, you show.
Was
some
it Tori
respect.
Wilson or is
I
it
think
Sable?
so. I think it was Tori Wilson.
Sable. All right.
You might be right.
Yeah. Great show.
Oh, Celtics have a 4-point lead with 2 minutes.
Celtics have a
left.
2-point lead with 2 minutes left.
Oh.
They just you're way behind. I can't. Yeah, I can't go with what you're saying anymore.
Sorry.
Jaylen Brown with the miss. Damn it. All right. Ooh, offensive rebound. Great pass. Let's go, baby. Up by 4. Great awareness by my boy there, Tatum.
Brock Lesnar and Impact.
Brock Lesnar on impact.
Brock Lesnar in Thunderdome.
Denver
Lesnar.
Nuggets.
TNA
On Raw
Underground.
Underground. Late
Oh
night.
God, dude. That actually, as lame as that sounds, that would be a cool way to just like bring Lesnar back out of nowhere, where they're
You should
just
get-
they're just having like 2 people fighting in underground, and Shane McMahon's going crazy and just like look up and all, and then just see Brock Lesnar like F5ing people in the
We
ring.
finally
And
get
then
him
walk
versus
out.
Lashley.
Oh yeah, I guess you would finally get him versus Lashley. This is probably the most like benefiting Lashley we've had since he's been back too. Like he's actually doing stuff.
Ah.
You know what's gonna suck?
What's that?
Brock Lesnar is gonna take the belt off of Drew McIntyre.
I mean, you know what? I don't know because you got the whole thing where he doesn't want to come back unless there's crowds and stuff like that. So,
Oh, he
Oh, really?
says that.
Vince
Vince McMahon calls him up. Look, pal.
yeah, here's $8 billion.
Yeah,
You're gonna-
name your price, pal.
Yeah, you're gonna play you're,
Jet.
eight matches, 3 appearances, and 3 games for the Magic.
He'll
For
be
the next 10
the
years,
one
pal.
the one behind the one in front of no one at the No
I'm
crowd.
I'm not
We
gonna
need-
laugh. I'm not
we
gonna
need
laugh at that. You didn't laugh
Lesnar
at you didn't laugh at my
pal.
my joke last week, so I'm done. Batman Cup as he picks Iron Man.
then open it up to DC, bro.
I know, but it's just so limited movie wise.
Batman takes any Marvel movie
Yeah,
on
yeah.
easily.
Oh, Batman's the best movie of all time. Not just
I mean-
Marvel movie or not just DC movie ever.
I don't know, pal.
Dark Knight is the best movie of all time.
Can't touch it.
Can't touch it. Yes.
Game.
End game.
And lame. Kidding.
Yeah, more like in lame. Hey, if I could pull off my Ant-Man, it sounds more like Can't-Man. I think we can pull off that end lame.
And lame.
Man was awesome.
It was.
All right, boyos. It's been
Good
fun.
stuff.
Thank you, Marks, for joining us. Have a great night.
Later.
Bye.